I've been collecting for a while. One thing that I know, and this is a fact, once you go niche, it's hard to go back. If you like to look good, feel good, and most importantly, smell good, this is the channel for you. I'm Jalen from Jalen Fragrance Review, and today we're back with another review. We're talking about niche versus designer. What's the real difference between those two? Let's start off with designer fragrances. Those are fragrances that's usually produced by fashion houses. For example, Bleu de Chanel. This is a fragrance made by Chanel. But if you guys know anything about Chanel, they sell other products like clothing, shoes, which then makes Chanel a designer fragrance due to the fact that they're mass produced by a fashion house. All right, another thing with designer fragrances, they're usually more affordable than a niche fragrance. For example, the new Mugler fragrance that came out, a 50 ml, is 75 bucks. You know, when you go into the niche realm, it's a little bit more expensive. Another thing with designer fragrances, they're usually a little bit more safe, crowd pleasing, and also more versatile. For some people that grab Bleu de Chanel, for example, they'll wear it year round. You know, when it comes down to designer fragrances, if you go to Macy's, at least 90 to 95% of what they sell when it comes down to fragrance is all designer. And Macy's is a very popular store where people go to shop. Most of their foot traffic, you're gonna buy stuff like Dior, Paco Rabanne, Prada. Those are all designer fragrances. And the last caveat when it comes down to designer is they usually use synthetic ingredients. Now let's get into niche fragrances. When it comes down to niche fragrances, they're produced by fragrance houses that only specialize in making fragrance. For example, I got a niche fragrance here. This is God of Fire. This is a niche fragrance because this house only makes fragrance. They don't make clothes. They don't sell any other products but fragrance. Another thing with niche fragrances, they focus on uniqueness, quality, and most of the time they have an artistic expression. If you check out this bottle, usually you don't get a lot of designer fragrances that artistically express themselves through a bottle. It's usually very simple. But in the niche world, it can get very artistic when it comes down to bottle design. And what I love most about niche fragrance, guys, is that they use natural ingredients. One of my favorite niche houses being Atelier Materie. If you see the list of ingredients that they use in their fragrances, like I said earlier in the video, once you go niche, it's hard to go back. All right, so which one's better? Should you go niche or should you go designer? Well, that all depends on your budget, your personality, and your purpose. For most people starting off, they usually grab a designer fragrance to wear, you know, just as far as everyday use, and then they'll pick up a niche fragrance and they'll wear that on special occasions. When it comes down to niche versus designer, there is no right or wrong. You just go with what you like most. So you let me know, are you interested in niche or designer? Drop it down in the comment. I really appreciate you guys. I think we're 20 subscribers away from 1,000. That'll be great for the channel. Again, guys, don't go out and spend all this money on fragrance because fragrance doesn't cover funk like at all. I'll be back with a video next week.